Hi, everyone. I will be with you in 1 minute. Let me make sure everything is okay. I had to adjust my chair and verify everything. It seems like everything is in order. Hi, Julian. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. For those who are new, my name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. I would like to welcome everyone in the chat and those of you who are listening and don't participate. Thank you for spending some time with me. You know, the past 12 to 24 hours, most of what I have been hearing are, besides Trump continuing to do what I expect him to do, those behaviors, but a lot of people, elected officials, by the way, or what, who, let's say, for example, there is a woman who wants to be, who's a candidate to become governor in Virginia somewhere, and she's calling for Trump to declare martial law or something along that line. And there is another one in North Carolina or South Carolina, a number of them that are they are following Flynn's suggestion what Trump he would like to see Trump do in order for Trump to remain in power. Well, let me get this out of the way because I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm saying with the like I'm trying to say Trump is going to remain in office. Trump is going to go no matter what he does. That's my prediction. I've always believed that, and I'm going to stick to it. So, and you know what? Something else I read, I believe it was this morning. And oh, I said it yesterday. I said McConnell, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Well, the day, whichever day that was, he congratulated Biden, is the day I said it. I said McConnell basically acknowledging Biden he's basically, well, this morning I heard he did tell the White House he was going to congratulate Biden, but that was a message to Trump that you have reached the end of the line. The country has to move forward. But a lot of those people, Proud Boys and other terrorist organizations in this country who are trying to create chaos, like they went in DC this past weekend, and from what I understand, 4 of them got stabbed, and they created a bunch of chaos. I feel intuitively these guys, they have created a bad situation for themselves. They will be put away in the not too distant future. And by the way, I read this morning that their leader is he's a felon. So, and I want to say what I'm being told is any of those groups who raise their heads or do anything, they will be crushed with no mercy. And that will be a message to any other group. Although the I am not being told, I'm intuitively I feel, and I've been feeling like this for a while. I have been feeling it for a while. I was guided to be able to see that they do have informants in each one of those groups. So they know what's going on. And these guys are not going to be able to, if it's a one person, intuitively I feel, who decides to do something crazy, yeah, they can they can do something. But if it is on an organization level, like you have 10 people, 5 people, they're going to do something, forget it. They would be put down, and by the time, before they start anything, they'd probably be neutralized, if you will. So any one of you who's thinking that there's going to be war or something like that, these people are just talking, and those elected officials I mentioned earlier, I am being told these people, they are doing the same thing Trump is doing. And by the way, as I'm saying this, I'm being told they are all being told what to do. There is a coordination taking place with the Republican Party. So these people are not saying these things out of the blue, or because, I mean, yes, they are inciting violence because that's what they would like to see. They have no clue. They have never experienced war. They have never, sent somewhere and all of a sudden, bullets or grenades or anything of incendiary device flying overhead. That terrifies them. They've all lived a pampered life, beautiful home, beautiful apartment. They think if they incite violence, if they continue to incite violence, and these crazies were able to start anything, their lives would improve. The other thing, I've said this before, and I will repeat, if they think by inciting violence and doing these things, and if Trump was to remain in office, they would be safe, I have news for them. No one would be safe, because as we notice, and I made that prediction way before Trump, way before this pandemic, Trump does not care. We've lost over 300,000 Americans. Trump hasn't said a word. He hasn't even, the only thing he's been consumed with is he lost the election. He doesn't care about anything else, which proved I was right. So if these people think Trump would bat an eye or remotely feel bad if something happened to them, I'll have a bridge to sell them. Trump couldn't care less. So that's the other thing. I feel they are naive. They have no idea what they are trying to do, but friends, don't worry about it. Trump is going to go back to maybe Mar-a-Lago, because I was reading this morning, or last night and this morning, people in West Palm Beach don't want him there. And I have said to you guys that this guy burns his bridges no matter where he goes. And I will post a link to the article that I read this morning where it says something similar, in a sense that Trump burned his bridges with those in West Palm Beach as well. I would not be surprised. I feel there is great potential for those who are trying to get Trump out of Palm Beach to succeed. I mean, can you imagine how many other presidents people would do that to? Don't want them in their neighborhood. Only the Trumps. So, because he has a very bad reputation there from what I read. So, Trump is going to be persona non grata in a lot of areas, except unless if it's a Republican enclave, and I'm sure they have them. he can find a nice place there to live. But it feels like to me, besides, these people are going to be a thorn on his thigh for the next year if he decides to stay in Mar-a-Lago. That's my prediction. I feel he will move because as I am focusing on him right now, what I'm being told is the next year is going to be very difficult for Trump and his family. I don't know. I'm sure all of you have heard that a judge yesterday said the Trump organization have to comply with the demand of the New York Attorney General. So Trump is going to have a number of problems like that. And like I have said before, not too long ago, I believe I said it, there is a mental breakdown coming for him because I'm seeing him depressed. You know, the past 4 years have not been easy for him nor his family, but he had power. There were levers he could pull to do things to satisfy his desire to make people pay back. But once he leaves the White House, he will not have any power. There won't be much he can do. He is going to be a sitting target. And I don't understand why. The only person I feel have said anything about that is Cohen. But intuitively, psychically speaking, I don't know Trump's business, and I've been saying it for a long time. Not the way I am getting it today, because today I'm getting it a little different. He will lose everything. And the way I am getting it today, he's going to be like a sitting duck. And, you know, he's going to be taking a lot of incoming lawsuits. And it's going to be very difficult for him to fight back because he's used to bully people around and bully you into submission. He's not going to be able to do that this time. So that's what I feel is going to trigger a meltdown, an emotional meltdown with Trump. Or what I mean is an emotional breakdown. But meltdown started good too. But I've seen that before. But that's what's coming for Trump. And those elected officials, the woman who's promoting Flynn's idea of martial law, whatever it is they want Trump to do, she will lose her bid to become governor. That's my prediction. And a lot of other lawmakers who are promoting secession or saying people should be arrested and all of that, if they cross the line, they will be prosecuted, I feel. And somebody asked me whether Nancy Pelosi will sit those 126 people, congressmen and women, who said Trump won or refused to recognize that Biden is president. I feel like saying when I focus on Nancy Pelosi, she's tempted to do it. But, you know, I'm not talking about, this is not a judgment on her, but if she was younger, if it was Seth Moulton, he would have done something. But Nancy Pelosi has been in those positions, and they have so much experience, and also there is a question of wisdom as well that comes with age. and I feel she has it. She has been weighing the pros and cons of doing something like that, how much headache it would cause. And when you think about those things too much, you tend to be, it's like, instead of taking action, you tend to let things go. That's what I feel is going on with Nancy Pelosi. She feels it would be too much of a distraction after Biden is. I don't know what sequence it works if they, oh, wait a minute, those people are seated the same day as the inauguration. Am I right? Somebody please let me know. I don't know. But she's tempted to do it. But the reason why she may not attempt to do anything is because she feels there'll be too much distraction for the incoming administration. That's the reasoning when I talked with her. It feels like it's not only her, but other people in the leadership. So, but if it was, well, Hakeem Jeffries would take them on too. I almost forgot to mention him. Him, Seth Moulton, and a couple of others. With the Republican Party, you got to, I mean, the way they are right now, it's because they know Democrats will not do anything. So they're a bunch of cowards. If you stand up to them, they'll back down. But you got to let them know that you're not playing, you're not only threatening, you're going to act, or you start taking action. That's what I feel. And you hit them where it hurts their pockets. So I am hoping our next speaker, because Nancy Pelosi says she's not going to be here, or at least this is her last term. I feel she's done very well, but after she's gone, we need somebody 40s, 50s to stand up to those Republicans who are, I am going to repeat something that I said 2 years ago. I created a video. I uploaded a video where I said I wasn't sure where the Republican Party was taking this country. Well, all they think about Republicans as obviously is to stay in power. And they feel like they can get away with some of the things that they are doing right now. That's why they continue to do them. But I feel that some Democrats are learning. They have to use a different approach. The Hakeem Jeffries of this world, the Seth Moultons of this world, that new generation, okay, they know they have to have backbones. They know they have to stand up, and they know they have to take action. And they're gonna have, okay, I know, they're gonna have to earn the respect of Republicans who are willing to take chances. They have to know, intuitively I'm being told, if they know Democrats won't just reason their way out, Democrats will stand up to them, and in some cases ruin their political careers. That has to be done too, in order to put these people back in their places. If you watch what they've done the past since the election, it's unconscionable. They don't care about the country. And I'll tell you guys, thank God. I predicted this since last year. I said there was going to be a lot of people voting. Thank God that happened. Because please don't email me, Trump is not going to stay in power. Trump will be leaving the White House. So I'm going to say what I want to say. If Trump was successful in staying in power, God save us. He would not be satisfied with 4 years, by the way. And after that, he would want Ivanka to follow him. And yes, the way, have you guys noticed how those Republicans fall in line instead of leading their constituents. They following Trump. They allow Trump, first of all, to take over, okay? And now, because they are lazy, they don't want to do anything. And it's the same thing Trump would have done. If he were to win, he would start building again and remain in office for life until, and then he would groom his followers. Oh, some of them have said that. As I'm saying this, I'm being shown a picture of an article that I was reading. I believe a pastor, I was reading somewhere, I don't remember because I did not know I was going to talk about this today. Like I said, when I come on, I tell you what I'm being shown, pictures or information that I'm being given. This pastor basically said that the Trumps should have all been president, from Trump to Byron. I don't remember his name. That was about a couple of weeks ago. I did not know I was going to mention this today to prove my point. Okay. But, and if you guys have been listening to Trump's followers, yes, they are open to it. Because they don't know, they have no idea what dictatorship, living under a dictatorship is like, nor what a dictator looks like. In any event, if Trump was able to finagle his way into staying in power, oh, he would clean house. Trust me. This guy would kill people. And another, to prove my point, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown 2 black people he allowed, or they basically said they have to execute them. As I'm seeing the 2 gentlemen, I'm sure there were more, but from what I understand, altogether it's going to be 9 or something like that. Trump loves to kill people. He can't do it himself, nor order people to go out and do it. He hasn't reached that stage yet. But trust me, he's not afraid to order it done. Unfortunately, I'm not able to prove this, or validate, I should say. But yes, when I focus on Trump and what I am being told, yes, he feels he's in power. He can scare you. He thinks that's the way Kim Jong-un, Xi, Putin. Well, it's true. That's how Putin, he basically poisoned, I believe I mentioned his name yesterday, Novotny. Okay, so there's a big thing on CNN about it. But if Trump could say, was able to finagle his way into staying in power, that's what he would have done. We would not recognize this country, but thank God, a lot of us went out and voted. He got crushed. Until today, he's still trying to find a way, but you know what? All roads are closed. There's only one way out. Exit the White House door leading to the parking lot and to the streets. That's it. Nothing else he can do. No one will execute Trump's commands. Going forward, he's a lame duck. Nothing he can do about it. Okay. Timberlily is asking, what is Ivanka doing these days? Ivanka is shopping for homes. Ivanka is very worried. They feel, how how ironic. Ivanka feel like they are being persecuted because as I'm saying this too, I'm hearing persecuted. And she said that, by the way. Political something, she said on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. She hasn't seen anything. Watch what New York State is going to do. Right now, she doesn't have any reasons yet to complain. Give it a couple more months. But I should say, a few more months after her father leaves office. Oh, they're going to be squealing for sure. Okay. Oh my God, I just read Patricia's Frontino's comment. Don't worry about the weather. Grace is right. It's necessary for me too. I'm here in Manhattan. Oh, you're in Manhattan, Patricia? Yes, I heard New York is going to get a ton, and New Jersey as well. I'm glad I'm not there. It's raining around here, but I'm glad I don't have to put it with, oh my God. Okay. Let me look for the next question. I thought I was comment about Patricia's comment because I was thinking about it last night when I heard you guys may have up to between 4 to 10 feet or something like that. I'm sure upstate New York they're going to get buried. So, yeah. CB Charmer Branch is asking, can Nancy unseat to 126? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a constitutional expert, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be teaching somewhere. I'd have a PhD and be teaching somewhere. But according to the smart people I hear on TV, they said she should take action and go after them. Basically, refuse to sit them. That's what I heard. But the old democratic way of doing things, I don't feel she will go there because of the reason I stated earlier. Okay, she doesn't want to rock the boat and cause distractions for the new Biden administration. But as I am saying this, I am being told there are going to be other ways to take care of what those guys have done, guys and women, because it's, yeah, there was at least one woman I know of. She's from upstate New York. I forget her name, but yeah. But from what I understand, there are going to be other ways to get to them. I don't know how, but we'll find out. When I notice it, I'll let you guys know. And I will post a link to, I believe they call it, well, some newspaper in Florida, they wrote an article about those people who are demanding that Trump finds another place to live as opposed to Mar-a-Lago. So, okay. Linda is saying, I read that Pelosi had said that there was no money for the people, only corporations. That scared me, but I also know that money will go to the people or there won't be corporations. They're working on that thing, Linda. I'm surprised it's going to be before Christmas. I pray it is, because all of you know, I'm terrible with telling time. So, but at least we're going to, you guys are going to get the money. I don't know if I'm going to get it, and I'm not, I'm lucky I can earn a couple of pennies. So, when I watch those cars, poor people who lost their job because of COVID, they have to stand in line. It is terrible. So, and I blame McConnell. I know my platform is very small, but I blame the Republicans for what's going on. 360 views saying, please give us your prediction on Georgia Senate races. I gave that prediction already. I would be surprised if Ossoff and Warnock don't win. The reason why I'm putting it this way is because I said it before during the presidential election, and we found out that I was right. There was a lot of shenanigans be going on behind the scenes. I mean, the election is over, and Trump is still trying to steal it. In the open. So never mind, people, what's taking place behind the scenes that we are not aware of. And I said that before the election, and I feel we've had plenty of examples to prove what I was saying. I mean, if Trump can call people and harass them demanding that they give him change the election and give it to him. He's not mincing words. And I'll tell you guys, although Biden won, he could have won with a bigger margin because of gerrymandering. That's why he only received 7 million. I mean, more. 7 or 8, I'm not quite sure now. I lost track. That's the only reason why he had only 7 million more votes. So he would have really shut Trump down if it wasn't because they removed people from the voter rolls and all those kind of shenanigans that the Republicans do, among other things. Oh my God, I forget his name. He's on MSNBC quite often. He's a Republican consultant, and he quit the Republican Party. Steve Schmidt. He's no longer a Republican. He is a Democrat. From what I understand, he switched party last evening, and he was on MSNBC at 10 o'clock last night. So, yeah. And there are going to be other people, the Republicans, that are going to be doing the same things going forward. So, we'll see. Okay. Thank you very much, Dana Fowler, for your generosity and the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Charlie C. Sage of Fire said people need a head examination before holding office. You know, you're right. Because, like I said, a few Republican elected officials, what I've heard them say the past week, I'm not surprised, but these people really sound crazy. So, you're correct. Craig Dixon, thank you very much for your generosity in the super chat. I really appreciate it. Craig Dixon is asking, will Citizen United be overturned? Yes, it may not be now, okay? But a lot of those organizations will be dismantled or whatever it is, like you said, overturned. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, friends. Carrie H. is asking, will Bernie and Elizabeth Warren be on Biden administration team? Oh, guys, I predicted that Mayor Pete, a long time ago, would be part of the Biden administration. He's taking McConnell's wife's position, Secretary of Transportation, I believe. And you know what? This guy is pretty smart. Somebody on Twitter is saying he doesn't have enough experience or if he's not good enough or something like that. I beg to differ. This guy is very bright, very innovative, and he'll come with new ways of doing things. Yeah, he's young, but you know what? Youth is good too, so it's all right. Okay. One that would you guys, I agree with you, says one that says all presidential candidates should be forced to turn in their taxes. Trump never turned his in. It will be turned in, don't worry. Just watch. It's going to be fun too, watching how he's going to squirm when we find out how bad it's been. Marie H. says, what about Newsmax? They are the new Fox News. There is going to be something that's going to happen with all those news outlets, if they call themselves that, because Fox is getting away with saying they are not a news outlet. Because some of them will get sued. Basically, they've been spreading disinformation and all kinds of stuff. And they've caused the death of a lot of people, Fox specifically, and now OAN and Newsmax and all these outlets are following the same footsteps. Don't be surprised if they get sued. I feel it's coming. I believe there is a lawsuit against Fox already, but I predicted a long time ago, those of you who have not been following me for a while, that Fox has no choice. Something is coming for that company. They're not going to be very happy about it. Okay, friends, thank you very much. I appreciate you spending some time with me. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email. We can negotiate a time that's good for you, psychicmilu@aol.com. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.